Yeah, we're live. Here we go. FPL war, and it's been a bloody war, hasn't it? It's been a war since day one. World War, EFL, EPL, whatever you want to call it. See, I don't even know what it is, and I'm still beating D in the league table. I don't even know what it is.
Shut up. So, not even a minute in, you know.
It's rattled already.
I'm gonna try and refrain from being drawn in today, but you know, I'm trying to kick some tips for the people, and so just want to take the piss. So what's to make this a roast?
I'm gonna try and make this as amicable as I possibly can. Okay, how about that? I'm gonna try and play nice with you tonight, boys. Come on, it's not fair. I can't lay into people who are below me in the table, even though I'm a relative newbie to this game. So you know,
you never realize it with your smack talk. You never realize it.
Listen. I've got to keep up with the Joneses because I listen to the D&D Footy Factory every Saturday morning, right?
Jeez, look at that product integration.
And I hear D-Man talking about how good his team is, and I hear you being your expert, and Big Sam always losing games, and Darren always dropping games.
I've never said that I was an expert.
I'm praising you.
No. I appreciate what I'm saying. I've never said that I was looking. Gonna start calling me words in some Cypriot words under his breath now. Right. Listen, I've never said I was an expert. What it is that I have a different technique, but I still get the points. So therefore, if you want to know how someone with a different technique works, holler at the kid, innit? Holler at the kids.
Your technique is definitely different, bro.
Holler at the kids. Yeah,
the technique will make you sweat, but don't sweat the technique.
He's never let me down, bruv. Man, they out here gonna cheer on Man United. Yeah. Come on, dead. You man, do your thing in it.
That's all right. Yeah, go on.
Well, I haven't even introduced both of you, man. Dubul Dee and Ash. Welcome, gentlemen.
What's going on, Stel?
I'm good, man. My daughter's left one of her toys here. It's this octopus that smiles, and you turn it inside out. And it's sad. They're called fidget toys. These are the in things now.
Those are my two facial expressions during this podcast.
Them popper things as well. You know them popper things as well.
She's got them. Yeah. She's got one that's shaped like a butterfly and one that's shaped like a unicorn.
They just pop them plastic things which the TVs come in. Do you know what I mean? They've got.
Bruv, do you remember? You guys are probably old enough to remember this. It was a round bit of rubber, flat, and then you fold it inside that. You put it on the table.
On the table and blow up. Yeah. That was a fun, man. That was like my main present at Christmas one year.
What were they called? I need to find out. See, we're going to go all retro like we did with the Nokias.
Yeah, let's not go down that road.
No.
We'll do it for 3 hours.
All right. Right. Let's go with an FPL team then. What team shall I select? Whose team is this one? That's
last week's. That's my game week 4.
That's the one that's just gone, yeah?
Yeah, that's game
right.
week 4.
So what's happened here? So you got Sanchez who got a clean. It wasn't a clean sheet, was it?
Yeah, it was. They beat Brentford.
Brentford. Oh yeah. Sorry, got it mixed up. Okay. Trent got an assist.
Yeah. Trent assist, clean sheet. Mitchell clean sheet. Cancelo.
Wow, you done well your defense, man.
Yeah,
that's cleared up.
That's why the latest FPL blog's called Ministry of Defence, homie. Because without them, would have been a bog standard week.
No, you cleared up there, man. Cleared up.
Even Livermore on the bench got a clean sheet as well. So I've never done 5 at the back before, but this would have been the week to do it.
Yeah, I've got him on my bench as well, man.
This would have been the week to do it. So
is Cancelo start? Is he started every game?
Yep.
I'm really clocking it.
First time, and he played in Europe yesterday, so probably probably won't play on the weekend, which is but it's what it is.
I'm torn, man. I haven't really looked at City, hence I just asked that question. I've just kind of said to myself, because there's so many options, I'm avoiding City for FPL. I'm tempted even this week because obviously Southampton at home, ain't it? So
yeah. Look, if you catch their City's players at the right time, then it's you reap the rewards. But certain times you stack up on their players, and then 2 of the players don't start. Pep roulette, as all experienced FPL people know. Pep roulette, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, 100%.
Because Ferran Torres is stacking points at the moment. We'll see. I can see John Stones getting some games soon, even though to start the season, Cancelo and Laporte have been the preferred partnership. So it all depends. Zinchenko will start getting league games soon, so we'll see.
Yeah. Is he his thingy? So who's been playing right back? Cancelo's been playing right back, hasn't
He's played both. He's played right and left.
he? And then where's Kyle Walker?
When Cancelo's played left, Walker's been right.
Okay.
On the right, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Well,
yeah, it will depend.
But it's, as you guys say, like it's pep roulette, so you can't sit there and say, "Oh yeah, this one's definitely going to start. This one's going to," because even, I don't think even Guardiola knows who's going to start. And if you look at how City played defensively the other night, I don't know what changes he's going to make.
Oh, what, Leipzig?
Yeah.
I think the only player is probably De Bruyne that's fairly secure. Like he tends to, even if he's pulled at 70 sort of thing for Europe or whatever, he kind of generally starts all the games. But yeah, anyone else, I had a mare last year with Foden. I had him in my team and literally he just played all the Champions League games and then like come on a sub here and there in the Premier League. Grealish might become quite prominent. What do you think?
Yeah, because he started all the league games so far, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So he might be rested against Southampton because he played obviously yesterday the Champions League match. So it all depends on how much rest Pep thinks that these guys need.
You seen Jesus is playing on the wing as well.
Yeah, he's been doing that for Brazil for the last couple of years still.
Yeah.
And then Firmino's been in the centre. But
he's got that in his locker as well because he's got great feet, Jesus.
Yeah.
Just finishing.
I don't
he's not in that league of Agueros and those sort of players, do you know what I mean?
Nah. Well, he's kind of gone backwards, hasn't he? Because when he first came Prem a couple of years ago, he was scoring for fun.
And
then he kind of, and his City scoring record still looks wicked because he scores braces and hat tricks against those bums they play in domestic cups. But look, he's got low ownership. If I had the money, I'd get him in.
Yeah.
Because when he's not scoring, he's getting assists.
Yeah.
So
I think it's Torres. If you're going to punt just for the money, it's Torres probably. Isn't it?
Yeah.
7.
But you say it's a bargain because of the price, but then you don't know when he might take him out. But for a winger, that way can finish. So
I think that you kind of would say that for pretty much all of them, other than De Bruyne and Grealish, right?
Yeah, but Bernardo Silva goes off sometimes. Mahrez doesn't even have to start. He'll come off the bench and get a goal or assist. So
Sterling's just out of favour now.
I don't know what's going on with Sterling, but he will have that run as he always does, where he gets like a ridiculous amount of points. Sterling, but he's not in the first choice 11 at the moment.
Well, they got Southampton at the weekend, haven't they? Is it Southampton they got?
Yeah, Southampton.
So, do you know what? I think Ferran Torres will be a great shot because for me, it appears to be that he's slowly becoming the go-to guy for Pep Guardiola. Before it was Mahrez, wasn't it? Mahrez was always the one that he'd kind of like his wild card, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But Ferran Torres, he offers so much to City, and I think he's going to be a better player long term than Sane was.
Yeah.
You think? Yeah.
Sane
dropped off a bit. Like Sane looked wicked, didn't he? For the first year, he looked like he was going to be like, a world beater sort of thing.
He's been good. He's been good in the last few games for Bayern and for Germany, though. I think he's going to come. I think he's going to come back. Form. That was a nasty injury that he had. Came back last season. They eased him in last season, and we'll see there. I still think City might come up short to Chelsea for the title if they don't get if they can't sort of. Kane said he's staying. Remember, Kane said that he's staying this summer. He's staying. So we'll see if City come back in again in January. If they get him, then everything changes. Otherwise, for the league, I'm going Chelsea at the moment. And if I didn't dislike their team so much, I'll be flooding my team with 1 or 2 of their guys because Lukaku looks money right about now. I know Stel got him in with his wild card, but he took his goals really well on Saturday, Lukaku.
Yeah, he's a machine.
Can you explain to me what's going on with your centre forwards here? Because
Well, I'm gonna sell Antonio for Patrick Bamford.
well, this is I get the feeling that you're going to use your wild cards sooner rather than later, because while Jota and Salah are getting you points, it's the three Liverpool players and obviously Cancelo who are kind of keeping you going, if that makes sense. Your three strikers, okay, Antonio's done well, but the other two, I think they've disappointed you so far.
I only had Antonio. I brought Antonio in for this game week, so to neutralise who I was playing in the head-to-head.
Right.
So trust him to get sent off, but it always happens. Whenever I catch someone after they've got a little run, I bring them in, they do nothing. Or they get sent. Last season, Souček scoring goals left, right and centre, brought him in, got back in because I sold him, got sent off against Fulham. And he was my captain that week as well. Always happens. I just have bad luck with these things. That's why I just stay away and...
You know what, man? Get that chip off your shoulder, man. Everyone's got those stories, man. I'm telling you. Everyone's got them stories, Double. I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying, bro? So it is what it is. But yeah, I'll get Bamford in because he's been past fit. So I'm targeting that Newcastle Leeds game tomorrow. But I've just got this thing. I want to captain a Leeds player, but I've just got this thing with giving my captaincy to someone who plays in the first match. Because if they...
Yeah, I am as well. I know that.
Because if they blank, then I'm just like... it's like
I'm exactly the same.
Nothing special that can happen. So
you know as well, the thing is, Leeds are kind of depleted, aren't they? Back in the back, you seen that? They're not in a good shape at the back.
Yeah.
From what I'm hearing, like makeshift centre halves, Ayling, I think, is going to be playing centre half. And the thing is, I actually think St Maximum's a shout as a punt for this week.
Yeah, definitely.
The way Leeds play, he's going to get chances, isn't it? And
Newcastle
on the break. Newcastle on the break.
We look as well with those late runs into the box.
Yeah.
So it could be a very high scoring game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, according to Premier injuries, Struijk is suspended, Koch is out, and Llorente's out. So
Llorente got injured against us on Sunday. Yeah.
There you go.
So Struijk had to come on for him. So they've got they got some problems. So as Ash said, probably Ayling centre half because Ayling always plays. We also trust him, and then we'll see who he puts at right back. Probably Stuart Dallas.
Well, I'll tell you, just going off subject here, gents. We've got a guy in the chat called Moo. I don't think he's a cow, but Moo. He said he's got 3 C defenders last game: Diaz, Laporte, and Ederson. And when I asked, are you keeping Laporte? He says, I will just for this week, then transfer him out. He's got a knock, but he might play. If he doesn't, I have Ben Rama coming in. Again, goes back to Pep Roulette. You just can't predict what backline he's going to play. I mean, obviously, the goalkeeper is practically a certainty with Diaz.
Yeah.
But the rest is...
Yeah. I don't mind that Ederson and Diaz shot because that they probably are kind of nailed on sort of thing. Pep doesn't mess around with that. But then, has he got Cancelo? It's the third one.
But Diaz and Ake started yesterday, So
Ake is still getting a game, man. Wow.
Oh, things. Well, I don't know if he'll play. His dad passed away, so I don't know if he's going to play against Southampton. Ake's dad passed away.
Oh, shit.
So I don't know whether or not he's going to play against Southampton or not. Stones might not make it. So he'll probably be forced to start Cancelo and that because they've got a couple injuries at the back, and Zinchenko will probably play against left back. So
true.
He could be a shout because the space that Southampton leaves sometimes, the fullbacks are going to get themselves into some good attacking positions.
Yeah. Southampton, like whenever you play them, you always there's always a possibility of a route, isn't there?
Have you ever captained a defender, Ash?
No, I haven't. I was close to doing Trent once. I think he back and assist.
Yeah, I was as well. Yeah, it's like having having Trent's like having a 6th midfielder, mate, because of the points. That's that point. And we're keeping clean sheets now, unlike last season. So if he gets an assist, double figure points are locked in.
that's the thing you've always got to look at as well, right? So obviously he's like premium defender. What, 7.5 in it?
Yeah.
But if you look at, say, you know, the premium midfielders, they're like 12. Do you see what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's like for what you can get a premium defender for compared to what a 7 million midfielder is.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And the points are quite comparable. There's not much in it. Like Trent is close very high up on the scoring.
Yeah.
That's why last season I actually started with Trent and Robertson. And then obviously you decided to be losing 5 at home. 5 on the bounce at home, just unknown territory, like, and I thought, fuck that. Do you know what I mean?
So who the hell was your strikers then if you had the 2 most expensive defenders in the game?
Well, let me just bring it up. Let me bring it up. Here you go. This
that was last year. I was saying still that I had Robertson.
No, you say last season, yeah.
But then I'm just saying, Double. If you think about it, you just kind of like, you just go for like you can go for a 5-6 million midfielder. Do you see what I mean? It's not like you're going for two premium defenders. If you go for that, that's like 40 mil or whatever. If you go for 2 premium strikers, it's 24 mil. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? So you can manage it. My team done all right, man.
And why did you proud?
There we go.
Your defense repped as well.
Yeah. I know.
Shaw and White both got booked, didn't they? But those.
Yeah.
So what?
Done all right.
2 points.
Ben White looked all right actually alongside Gabriel.
Yeah.
I was hoping
that should be the partnership going forward, because I don't Holding not good enough, Murray not good enough. That should be the partnership going forward.
That's the thing. I think the 2 players for me crucial to Arsenal are Partey and Gabriel, because we lose one of those, whoever's coming in, it just kind of fucks up the whole dynamics of the team. Whereas other places, Aubameyang, we've got Lacazette, like, you know, Pepe, Saka, Smith Rowe, Odegaard. There's a lot of depth in the other areas. Do you see what I mean? But yeah, with my team, you know, I called it the other week, didn't I? Ben Rama. I'm still swimming after that boat, isn't I? He was obviously killing it, and then I've literally like brought him in. He's done nothing, and I should have just stuck to my laurels in that I didn't want double West Ham. That's what was like my mind frame at the start of the season. But yeah, I've got 2 free transfers, and then so I was going to wildcard, but then I can't justify taking out Bruno yet, because what I want to do is take out Bruno, free up money, and ideally have like Lukaku and Ronaldo.
This week you might as well leave Bruno in, because he got taken off. Ole took him off for some reason at 1-1. So
70 minutes. I see him.
So he'll be a bit more fresh than the others. So leave him in, because he's one of the people. He's one of the people who doesn't have to play well when he can get you points.
Yeah, and don't forget, United are playing away at West Ham, who have played in Zagreb tonight.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be it obviously was a difficult game, which they won, but Antonio suspended as well. So
100%. The thing is as well, did you clock in that game I was looking out for? You probably noticed more still on free kicks. See, like Bruno was on free kicks, wasn't he? Did you? The ones I saw anyway in that game in Europe.
Yeah. And I don't think that's going to change, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of people have been saying that, Ronaldo's going to start taking the penalties. I don't think it's going to happen. It goes back to what we were talking about last week, how Ronaldo is a leader. He's not going to come in and say, oh, this is mine, I'm going to take this. It's not going to be all about him. I doubt things will change. And maybe if Bruno misses a penalty, that's when Ronaldo's going to start taking them. But,
Yeah, it's mad. I don't know. I see what you're saying. I just feel like Ronaldo, he's so far ahead, like as in, in that elite, him and Messi. It's almost like a given that he would get penalties, but yeah, it'd be interesting.
Free kicks, he has no leverage. He scored 1 free kick in the last God knows how many years.
That is the biggest myth, isn't it?
So flipping, in fact,
if it's a free kick from 40 yards, he'll take it. If it's from closer, then it'll be Bruno.
It was exactly the same as Roberto Carlos, wasn't it? He kind of got a couple of worldies, and then
but Carlos had one of the years Madrid won the league, either 2001 or 3. Carlos scored like 5 or 6. Roberto Carlos scored a lot of free kicks. Obviously, the 2-1 one was the most for Brazil, was the most memorable, but he scored a lot of free kicks. You get what I'm saying? So you can't get that one twisted. But
The thing is that the main free kicks that I remember of Ronaldo's were his first goal for United, which is against Portsmouth, where it was more like a cross than anything. There was the one against Portsmouth, obviously.
yeah, the top corner one.
Yeah, one against Porto at home.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Shit, I forgot it. I had it on the tip of my tongue and it's gone now. There's another one though where he took. It doesn't matter. There's one against
Arsenal in the semi-final.
That's right. Yeah,
That was like Mourinho saying, wasn't it?
That's the
Like,
one.
Far on the bloody sideline. Yeah.
That's the one.
2000.
You know the thing, just as an opinion, like with like the way Ronaldo strikes those free kicks, like there's no way he knows that's that. For example, the one that everyone raves about, it looks great. Like the one against James, is it against who were they playing again? At home, you know, the top corner.
Portsmouth.
But he doesn't know it's going in the top corner. It's literally his technique is to get it up and over, isn't it? Essentially, he's not.
Up and over.
I don't believe he then obviously, you know, there's going to be crazy movement on the ball, but I don't think he knows it's going there. Like obviously, if you're like caressing the ball and curling it, either outside of the foot or the other way, then you're more likely to be saying, "Oh, he's going for that corner." But I don't know.
I remember David Luiz. Someone was talking to David Luiz, and he said that he puts the ball down, but when he hits the ball, he hits it on the valve where you pump the ball up.
Yeah.
It just gives it that. I don't know how true that is. I mean, I've never tried
true.
it myself.
Yeah. That's how they do it. That's because even there's a thing of Mason Mount when he was a kid, and he replicates Ronaldo's free kick. Have you seen that? And
yeah. When he was a Portsmouth fan, he was there.
Yeah.
And he literally, exactly what you're saying. He hits at the bottom of the valve. And that's the technique. And essentially, all it is just making the ball move everywhere, and you're getting it like this up and over thing. But you're not knowing where that's going. So, like, don't get me wrong. He's obviously mastered that free kick, and it's gone top bins. But I don't think he was going for top bins. But yeah, I've always had that opinion of that free kick.
Do you know what? I'm going to open a can of worms right here, and I don't mean to do it, but do you remember, when you hear people comparing footballers and they're talking about different eras, no one talks about the ball that they used. Can you imagine the ball that Maradona used now and vice versa? Yeah. Imagine, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So we need to take 100%. These things. There you go.
No, that's a massive fact. Like I don't think there was one World Cup they brought in and they were just going mad. I think they almost changed it like 2-3 World Cups ago, and it was just like the ball they was using.
Yeah, it was just flying all over the place.
Yeah, flying all over the place. So it's just like, I think they should really be consistent. It's not like they should just keep the balls how they are, isn't it?
I can't remember which major tournament it was, but there was an advert about the new Adidas ball, and Van Gaal was holding it. He goes, "It's rounder."
Brilliant.
Right.
Yeah, I'm thinking on this one though as well, just with this team. So I've got 2 free transfers. I'm thinking of maybe having a punt on Saint Maximum. This is a 1-week thing, because then I think I will wildcard. I've got to bid on Antonio.
Are you gonna? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You're gonna sell Antonio or just leave him there because West Ham have got some decent games when he returns.
Yeah, I think I would. I think I've made like 100k on him or something, but I will just sell him and potentially bring him back in. I think the way my team's going to be set up, I might not even end up having him. Once I have Lukaku, I might not be able to afford him. Just another thing, I was on another podcast the other day with St. Maximum. What do you think his value is? If Newcastle are to sell him now, how much would you pay for it?
They bought him for 20 mil or 24 mil, something like that. So they're not going to sell him for minimum. They would want minimum twice as much as that. And I'm not sure someone would definitely pay that at the moment. But on his day, he is a savage.
100%. That's my opinion as well.
On his day, yeah.
But what would you pay for him? If it was your club and you could get him for a value?
I suppose in this market, 40 mil.
Okay, that's what I said, around 35, 40. What do you reckon, Stel?
I'd say 30, 35. I don't understand the hype. I really don't. He just reminds me of a pace merchant. That's what it is. He can finish, but he's not consistent. And I don't know whether it's because of the club that he plays for and the system that they're playing. Perhaps if he played for a side like, I don't know, Liverpool, he'd be more effective. But I just don't get it. I don't get it. But
Yeah, it got deep on our one. We was talking about it for ages because some of them was talking 50 plus, and I was like, mate, you've been smoking today.
no chance.
Mate, 50, no chance. And his stats are like, he's got in the last he's had 2 years, he had injuries, but I think it was around 20 to 25 games, and he's got like 3 goals and about 3 assists. But it's what you said, Stel, as well. Like, as in, is that because he's in a Steve Bruce team, very counter-attacking, they're not on the front foot, do you know what I mean? In a different team.
Better players, you're going to get more assists on that. But also as well, it's not even, they don't register as assists, but he commits so many people. So when he starts dribbling and going at people, they can't tackle him. He gives the ball, and then usually they call it the hockey assist, don't they? Who he passes the ball to, then will get an assist or whatever, or deflection, whatever it is. So with better players, he could be very, very effective. Adama's another one. He makes wrong decisions in the final third. But
that's exactly the one I brought in as well, actually, because they then said who's like a better winger outside of the top 6 than him, sort of thing. And we kind of said like Troy is like,
Wolf. I'd always go Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf.
Even though
Neto as well, like will come up. I think.
Yeah, Rafinha.
Yeah.
Not last season I would have went Pereira, but he's gone off to Qatar or somewhere. There's Pedro Neto is a bad boy.
Yeah, he's tidy.
There's some decent players. There's some decent players out there.
I brought this up because these are the amount of teams that he's played for, San Maximin. Yeah. And look how much transfer market value, Matt. 27 mil.
Yeah. How old is he?
23 now, I think.
Okay.
His age should be there.
Yeah.
24.
Oh, he's 24 now. 24.
Still young though.
He's a maverick, like, on his day. Like, he can dribble. Like, I do like him. He can beat a man for fun, pacey. But yeah, it's kind of like the end product.
The best French player Newcastle had wasn't Laurent Robert. Exactly, Ben Arfa. Ridiculous footballer. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
So good.
Has he even got a club at the moment? And he's not even that old.
No, I think he does now. I'm not sure.
He can't be more than 30. He can't be more than 32.
Robert's left foot though. That was a one.
No, Robert's left foot was madness, bro. He scored some crazy free kicks.
Ben Arfa is
he's another one, isn't it?
Okay.
Whenever Ben Arfa, he was a great player, but then when he moved on, I don't know.
He's a nutcase. That's the thing. He's an utter fucking nutcase. Utter nutcase. But oh well, it is what it is. Right. So how many points did you get, Boots, this week? 60
something, I think it was.
Okay.
How far am I ahead of you? Who am I looking below? Yourself, Stel, or is it double? I know we're not even in the same league.
Bro, but Arthur's 34. Jesus Christ.
I thought he was older than that, to be fair.
Nah, when he was busting up Champions League with Lyon, he was a teenager.
Okay. 53. I'm doing all right in my leagues, actually. I'm in quite a few. I'm in contention.
Quite a few.
Man, I'm in loads. I've literally got a lot of dough on this. I've got probably about 300-400 quid, I'd say, spread over the leagues. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
People didn't even want to pay £15 to come in my league. Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The same people saying that, make it £20 to pay for the league. Dubul, man, who was one of the first people to pay. All the other people that wanted it to be £20 for the league were the last people to pay. So it says a lot. It says a lot about what you're dealing with. You know what I mean?
The thing is, when you split it over the game weeks, it's not much. Do you know what I mean? 38 game weeks. You're paying £50
every 2 weeks, man. Effectively.
Exactly. So
Ash is 5th in my classic league.
Is that good? How many people in that league?
About 50.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's decent. All right.
At least someone knows what they're doing on this show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get this guy. See, he wants it.
Wow! Okay.
I'm playing. I'm playing.
All right. Store that in
I'm
your memory
playing.
bank. Bring that
I'm
out.
playing.
Bring that out in game week 28.
Clip me up in it. Fuck's sake, I'm gonna be bold. No, I'm playing. I'm
No,
playing.
he did.
FPL for
Is
a
this
reason,
yours?
man.
Is this
That's
yours?
my team.
No.
That's my team. Yeah,
No,
that's my
he
little
did.
team.
You wildcarded, didn't you? Because you was
Yes, I
messaging
did.
me on Saturday when Lukaku scored, wasn't it?
I did
See, your
indeed,
forward,
yeah.
your forward, trust you to pick the one forward that didn't bang. You really disrespected Crystal.
Yeah.
This guy disrespected Crystal
I said
Palace.
to you, I
No
I messaged you. I was
no respect for the
surprised
ends, you know.
came.
No respect for the ends, yeah? Tottenham come on, got licked down. And anyone that's watched any of Tottenham's games knew that was coming, sending off or not, because they have been beat up in all three of their 1-0 wins. You respect it. You respect it. You respect it against Man City. They played that brilliantly, yeah. But against Wolves and Watford, they shouldn't have won any. They shouldn't have won either of them games.
You know, I got ruined on a podcast with this. I sounded like a hater, like an Arsenal hater. But I just facts.
That's how people are, bruv.
It's just like, you know, I think the Watford game was fairly even though Watford had their fair share of chances. But yeah, the Wolves game, they got bad.
Watford were wasteful. Were very wasteful.
Yeah. And remember, Tottenham's goal wasn't like they cut them open. It was a free kick that went straight in, didn't we?
What was you thinking though, Stel? Just being straight with Kane. Was you just thinking you just fancied him sort of thing? Because obviously they had the home fixture against Newcastle United, and then they was playing Villa, wasn't it? Lukaku. So it's like it could have been like could have pulled it off, but I don't know.
You got to give
with this one, I think because I wasn't entirely sure if Ronaldo was going to start. I know it sounds really stupid, but I wasn't entirely sure he was going to start.
You're right.
So I knew he was going to come on, but I didn't know when. Lukaku, I don't know. Again, it's Aston Villa. They're like Jekyll and Hyde this season, Aston Villa. You know, and I know they had a couple of they had the goalkeeper that was
injuries and whatnot.
Yeah.
To be fair, that weren't really a 3-0 game anyway.
Well, yeah, the Mendy was the man of the match, wasn't he?
Nowhere near.
Yeah.
A 3-0 game, but that's if you're going to compete for the title, when you don't play well, you got to get the 3 points somehow. That's what Chelsea did.
100.
Yeah, and I figured that, you know, I can't remember the last time Harry Kane actually scored at Selhurst Park, so I figured, well, it's got to break that hoodoo.
No, he scored there last season.
Did he?
Yeah, when they drew 1-1, he scored. It was windy and he shot from outside the box and the keeper went one way and blew the ball.
But, well, how many years he scored at Selhurst Park then in total? Do you know?
I don't know that.
Who's that? Sorry, who's that?
Harry Kane.
Ask Patrick.
I think he's still angry at Ash. I'm not going to go into that one.
I've had to change the locks on my doors.
You think I bite? Jesus Christ!
Fitted an alarm and everything, mate.
You think I bite? That guy? That guy makes that guy could make an argument with himself in the telephone box, mate. You know what I'm saying? Them man down there. You get me? Every day, slaughter. I open up the timeline. He's dissing Arsenal or dissing Thiago and Liverpool or something.
Mate, this was the whole thing. Like, I didn't even want to come across like I'm on a bully. I see it on a daily basis. I'm just doing nothing really, and then I just see like he's just battering our team. Like Jason gets it. He's just taking no prisoners. And then I just see this tweet. Someone sent it to me. I thought, you know what? Hang on, we can have a bit of fun here. And yeah, I don't know how many people thought it was funny, but yeah, I don't know. It was only Temps and Pat who didn't, to be fair. But anyway, we move.
Just people need to stop being so bloody sensitive. So yeah, Duffy and Sanchez were obviously going to be, because I used my wild card and I figured, well,
that was brave doubling up on Brighton players, though. That was brave.
Yeah, but do you know what, mate? I mean, Brighton very rarely get tonked. Do you know what I mean? It's very rare for them to get bad. And the way that they play football now, with 3 at the back, they seem a bit more.
Do you know that what was funny about that game? Tony almost scored from the halfway line.
Did he?
You get me? But bar that and maybe one other. I think.
Did he have we had an attempt? Did he? Yeah,
because Fing was off his Sanchez was off his line.
Oh, okay.
And, but
I see you went Smith Rowe there. I like that one.
Yeah,
unfortunately, he didn't start, did he?
He was on the bench, yeah. But then the BBC gave him man of the match.
Did they?
Yeah.
to be fair, him and Partey come on and change that game. Like, you saw how important Partey is to Arsenal.
Yeah, I think Smith Rowe is going to be like what Grealish was to Villa for you guys. I think I've got a lot of hope for this kid. I've seen him before in the academy. I mean, I'm not even an Arsenal fan, but I've seen him play, and he's a proper footballer, mate. Proper footballer.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me how Paul Merson was when he broke into the Arsenal team.
Yeah.
So I think I'll go for him because they're not going to not play him. I don't think he's one of those players that Arteta's going to stick on the bench every week. It's going to be him or Odegaard in that number 10 role, and maybe play both of them. So
I was going to say, Odegaard does a lot of running.
Pressing.
He presses a lot. So he'll probably play both of them a lot.
Yeah. I think, though I heard with Smith Rowe, like he's quite introverted, like he's quite reserved. He's not, so that's what they were trying to get out of him, to basically, like, you know, he's almost like he doesn't know how good he is, sort of thing. So I don't know if you know anything about that.
He's like that kid that can play the violin with his eyes closed, but would prefer to play FIFA instead.
Okay.
It's the best analogy I can give. But and the other players that I've selected just make sense. Well, Ben White, he's a £50 million man. Also ain't going to drop him. With Gabriel back, he'll be solid. Connor Cody, captain, again reliable. Alan, Rafa Benitez loves him off, so he's going to play him. And Souček is going to get you points week in, week out. So I basically took the wild card, and
I'm thinking of letting him go, Souček, still, because the main point was for them headed goals, and he ain't doing it at the moment. There's people cheaper than him.
How much is he?
Stacking, but he's 6 million now, because he was only 5 last season, but he got double figures last season. You get me? So
I think you know what, you've done well. You've done well to kind of even have a reasonable team when you've managed to accommodate those 4. You know,
those 3 premium strikers. That's
and Salah.
That's a
lot. To have, like, I think we had the discussion last week, as in you're in a position to kind of do a 4-3-3 sort of thing if you want to.
Yeah.
Because I think, to be honest with you, Alan and Bazuma, they're going to give you 2, 3 very maximum if they get the clean sheet, or 1 every week. Whereas you might want to punt on if like 4 of those defenders
the funny thing,
clean sheet sort of thing.
The funny thing was, Ash, you told him to take out Fabinho last week, and Fabinho scored.
Did he?
Yeah, he scored the second goal. We won 3-0. He scored the second goal.
But that didn't even come to mind when he scored.
Sorry,
you know,
Stel,
the thing is, it didn't even come to mind when he scored, to be fair, because I was thinking, well, how many more times is he going to do that this season? He's not
just that sort of player, is he, Double? He's not going to score goals.
But he does actually shoot, though, and he gets a couple.
He scored that banger. Was it against United?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man City as well. He scored a banger against them as well. He's got that in his locker.
How many goals do you reckon Jota's going to get this season?
Jota will get double figures. It just depends on the amount of games that he starts. If he starts a lot of the games, because obviously Firmino's out injured at the moment, Jota can hit like 15 league goals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's
flipping Mane. Mane's turning to Salah, isn't he? With the greed thing. Bloody hell.
Mane had 10 shots on Sunday. Yeah.
Leeds had 9.
And the joke was, on his goal, that pass wasn't even for him. Thiago was passing to Ox, and he's so greedy, he controlled it and slapped it into the corner. You get what I'm saying? And he could have slipped in Jota a bag of times, because Jota was my captain. So I was just sitting there, and I thought, just give me one goal contribution. Yeah. Jota can't sit back for Mane. Mane puts it over from about 6 yards, and then he had 3 opportunities to play him, and he was so greedy, just running into cul-de-sacs or shooting. You get what I'm saying? So you need a lot of luck in this thing. You could pick certain people. You still need that luck, man. You still need things to go your way. So
I was weighing up doing a thing of coverage of like Greenwood and Jota, and then not having Salah and not having Bruno. Then you've got that coverage, because those 2 are very explosive. But will they play? They're not going to be as nailed on, obviously, as Salah and Bruno.
The irony is, the way Klopp is trying, with everyone fit, trying to rotate. I think Firmino's out anyway. I'm thinking whether or not he'd be daring enough to not start Salah on Saturday against Palace, because he's trying to keep everything fresh. The midfield has been constantly changing.
Yeah.
He'd already had firm on the bench to start the season anyway. They put him in against Chelsea, so
Yeah.
that's why my head is blown with who to make my captain this week.
I think he knows like that from last season. Obviously, he's got to rotate better, but then obviously the schedule was a lot worse, wasn't it, due to the pandemic and that? Because every other year, like the 2 years prior, when you kind of hit 100 points, he's never rotated. They just played that front three, even in the Champions League, all the time. But
Yeah,
obviously,
because we damn near sacrificed the domestic cup competitions. That's why he's able to, you get what I'm saying, able to try to keep them fresh. Confidence hasn't been there in the Origi. So obviously Jota's coming now, freshen up the thing. But I think we still needed another forward. He's not using Minamino that much. So we'll see. So that's what I was. If he was to bench Salah on Saturday and I leave the captaincy with him, I'm going to be so vexed. Because that's why I've been able to, all my captains in the first 3 weeks had scored. That's why, though certain players in my team aren't doing the job, I've still been able to have a decent amount. But let's be honest, the amount of points that all of us have got in a normal season, we'd all be in the top 3 minimum of every league that we're in. But because of this madness at the start of the season from the likes of Antonio, come on, you got 40 points in these first 3 games. You're never going to maintain that standard. So, because of the crazy start of some players, it will balance out when the game weeks get into double figures. But some people have had some outrageous starting. Look at the points, I'm like, Jesus Christ, like 60 points ahead of me already. So, it's what it is.
Right, shall we look at the table then, D? You ready to look at it?
I check tables all the time because I do a blog.
Yeah, but you know which table I'm talking about.
You're going to go to the head-to-head one because I'm over you in the Classic League. Yeah, come on now. It's your pod. You're not stupid. I mean, you're not going to go in the league that everyone's above you in.
Well, listen. Yeah, but this is the one where money's at stake for me, anyway. You know.
Well, have you got money in the head-to-head, or you got money in the Classic?
The head-to-head. The £300 kitty in the head-to-head.
Well, you're not on the Classic though, no?
Not on the Classic now, because Classic. Usually, if someone jumps out into the lead, unless they stop playing it or fall off, they're always going to come in the top couple of places. That's boring. Head-to-head, it's the luck of who you're facing and how consistent you can be with the scoring. You get me? Because I won this week, but
basically you're looking after the shit players.
Exactly, and there's a prize for the top 4 get money. And there's a prize for the highest game week score of the season. Keeps everyone interested.
Next year I'm in, man. I'm in.
Yeah, cool, man. It keeps everyone locked in until the end, because otherwise, when you see people fly out in a Classic League like this, not like this, in a normal traditional Classic League scoring, people see people 100 points ahead and they'll stop playing. This keeps everyone invested until the
it's a good
final game week. You get me? So
good shot.
Always something to play for. And the person with the highest score 9 points, the person with the highest score so far, my boy Ryan Melito there, I played him in the first week. The score I got would have beaten like half the people in the league. So it all depends on who you're facing, the luck. Whether you want to check their team and try and neutralise them, even though you don't know, they might go mad and take a -8 and make a bag of changes. It works for some people. So I'm in like
one of the leagues I do. It's £100 with these two Polish guys. Well, one of them I work with, the other one's his friend.
Yeah.
And then he's always asked me every year, do I want to be in it? But I say no. They do like a £20 per game week head-to-head league as well. They accumulate it till the end of the season. He's just doing the same role as me.
The Asian
with his ass.
The Asian brothers that play FPL, these men have got like spreadsheets and them thing there. Like, don't mess with them. They're playing for grands in the other leagues. They're putting like 3 figures each player in the pot. They've got like pots between 5,000 and 10 bags. Like they do not play around in them. They are on it.
I bet you know the sort of people who've got a subscription to Fantasy Football Scout. Because that you've got to pay for. Have you seen that? Every time you go in, it's like members only.
Yeah, members only. You've got to pay on it. Yeah, they got Ben Dinnery's tweets on. They got the notifications on for Ben's tweets. Come on. Hey, them man take it serious. Do not mess with them. You will not beat. You will not beat them, mate.
100.
But you know, when it comes to this head-to-head league, the only reason why I joined is because I said you guys talk about it so much on the radio.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you know what? I just want to.
That's only from when D-Man got to the top still. Because last season I had the most ridiculous start I've ever had, and I was clear of everyone. It never got a mention. Once D-Man got to the top, 10-minute intros on him running through every league he's in and talking about who he beat and this and that. I just sit there and wait.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just felt like walking into the room, dropping a grenade and walking out. That's the reason why I joined it, you know. 15 quid to banter everyone.
We need to get him on soon. If we give him enough advance, especially if it's on a Thursday, because Thursday's usually a good day for him to podcast on. We need to get him on.
Yeah, bring it on.
Get coach on as well. Coach has had a wicked start to the season. He's got over. He's got over 300 points.
Is he in the head-to-head?
No, he's not in the head-to-head. He's not in the head-to-head. But in my League of Gentlemen, he's entered it this week, so he'll be in after the next game week. He'll probably be either 5th or 6th.
Yeah, but that doesn't count because I'm not in it.
You are in my league.
Am I?
League of Gentlemen. That's why I'm just. Why do you think I've been saying every week I have more points than you? You're in my classic league. Go to your leagues now and go to League of Gentlemen.
That's the one I'm in as well, right?
Yeah, that's the one you're in, Ash.
That's the one I'm 5th, I think.
Where is it? League of 25th. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, mid-table.
Where's double? Relegations then?
I'm about 16th, I think. 15th or 16th.
On it.
Okay. All right, you're not too far then.
You're 16th, yeah.
Yeah, 16th, yeah.
Yeah, but the points difference between you and I isn't really that big, is it?
I didn't say it was. The point that I'm making is that if anyone was watching the podcast, they would think I have less points than you. So I'm letting the people know that I have more points than you. Because when I'm trying to make
show the Champions League positions, please, still.
Hold tight, man, like Muji at the top, yeah?
I want to see how far. Okay,
Muji and Kane, best friends at the top. 1 and 2, best friends. D-Man in 3rd, Melito in 4th, Ash in 5th. There you go.
That's D-Man, yeah? All right.
And look, E-Man from 1 up front in 6th place.
It's a good team.
Get me.
4-5-1.
Wow, okay.
That was probably down to injuries though as well, you know. See, Calvin Lewin probably started. He had him starting, and then because that was just playing loose.
I don't know why people need to listen to press conferences or check on club websites, because the FPL app can be misleading. Last season, that's what I was saying. I did the madness because when they said Son was injured,
I remember you saying
25%. Yeah, exactly, and he got 3 goal contributions. Don't trust the site. The site says rubbish. He told me the other day that Veltman was out, so I sold him, and then Veltman played for Brighton.
Yeah.
Don't trust the site. They're trying to stitch you up.
He's the biggest snake as well, isn't he? Jose, for that. I'm pleased he's fucked off. He was the biggest snake for that. The amount of times he would say, like, there was another time, I don't know if you remember this, but you will remember this, Double. There was a Chelsea game, and I think they beat Everton like 6-2 or something at Everton's gaff. And Diego Costa.
Yeah.
I transferred that bastard out.
That's what it'll do. It will tell you
starting and scoring
It will tell you a players out. It will tell you a players out, and they'll play.
Yeah.
And they will play. That's why I left.
Who you captaining, man? Who you captaining still? Keep that hush. Keep it down.
No, I'm gonna captain Drogba. So Drogba's on the screen in front of me.
Look at this guy.
I said Diego Costa, didn't it? You started thinking about old Chelsea stuff.
You're trying to say we all look the same. I'm reporting you.
The TV's on.
You're going to captain.
Drogba's popped up to score a goal.
You're going to captain Lukaku.
No, Ronaldo probably against West Ham.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
No. Because if the thing is that Chelsea, I was thinking about putting Lukaku as my captain, but the week that Spurs have had, the drawing 2-2 tonight in France. I know that they put a second string team, but losing at the weekend, the way that they did with Tanganga getting sent off, with you know, Eric Dyer not playing. Did Dyer even play? Did he come off?
Yeah, he come off injured.
He come off injured.
Yeah, came off
So
injured,
I think against Chelsea, they're going to really shut up shop. Really shut up shop. And I am tempted to captain Lukaku, but I think it'll be Ronaldo this week, honestly. But then again, Liverpool got Crystal Palace.
This is what I'm saying, the rotation. I think Klopp will rotate.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm hoping like Chelsea turn them over, Arsenal beat Burnley, and then we could actually go above them. If we beat, it's then Arsenal Tottenham, isn't it? Imagine that. That'd be funny.
Because you got Burnley, haven't you?
Pat won't like me again. Put it that way.
I'm not going to captain Smith Rowe.
So I was going to captain Ben White. Differentials, baby.
Yeah. Well, who Brighton got? I might have captained the goalkeeper. Jesus, who did they have? Brighton have got Leicester.
Ooh. Leicester sold it, drew 2-2 today. They were 2 up. Almost lost.
Yeah, didn't have a goal disallowed through VAR.
To Napoli. Yeah.
I see Finny was pending Vestergaard. I don't know why. Did he cock up?
Man, like Yannick. I missed Napoli's goal, so I don't know. I missed it.
Do you know what, boys? I think I'm going to substitute Alan and put Basuma in because it's going to be Alan against fucking, what's his name? Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, that's a tear up.
But both of them get yellows.
That's a tear up, mate.
In fact, but someone will probably get sent off, actually.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
Brazilian Bulldogs.
We're trying to say they're all the same, like Felipe Melo.
This show ends up cancelling the whole platform.
Cesar Sampaio. Flavio Conceição.
Cesar Sampaio, fucking hell. Wow, Jesus.
Sampaio, wow. He played in the, what is it, World Cup 94, was it?
98.
98.
And he's at Deportivo. Yeah.
Sampaio, wow.
They've just had them centre mids that just do job and then just let the flair guys play, bro.
Yeah, that was like Gilberto, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah. Gilberto's best Brazilian that's played in the Premier League, bro. In my opinion. People like to always go for attacking players. Like some people swear down that it was Juninho, and I have to remind them that Middlesbrough got relegated. So what you're saying that he's the best Brazilian player because he was special, but what for 18 outrageous months? Because remember they got relegated. Everyone was like they're too great to go down, and they went down. So he went to Atletico Madrid. So it is what it is, isn't it?
I think Ravanelli got like 30 odd goals that season as well.
Imagine.
Thing is, Emerson was sick that season.
And that's madness, isn't it? Remember, like all those goals Ravanelli scored, but yet when you have a team, you're like, if their main guy up top gets 12 league goals, they'll stay up.
Yeah.
And it still didn't happen. Like, you get me?
It's mad, isn't it?
Doesn't cover up poor defending, but you know.
But they got to two like finals that season, didn't they? That's what killed them.
Yeah. They got to FA Cup, Chelsea FA Cup final. And who did they play in?
Was it Arsenal? No, wasn't Arsenal in the League Cup. Sheffield Wednesday? No.
Was it
Leicester?
Yeah, I think it was Leicester. I think it was Leicester actually.
Leicester.
Who was the left back as well? Brazilian left back they had. Ranko.
Yeah,
he had a free kick on him as well, didn't he?
I thought you were going to say Dean Gordon for a second.
Dean Gordon.
Dean Gordon. So we'll call him Drogba.
This guy. Call him Ashley Cole. What are you talking about? Both play for Crystal Palace. Same thing.
Oh shit. Dean Gordon. Wow. Him.
And do you know, just as I say that, fucking Chuba Akpom appears on my screen, scoring for Bark.
Man,
he was Arsenal, wasn't he?
Like Chuba. Chuka. Man, like Akpom, you know.
Yeah, he was on loan at Middlesbrough a couple of seasons ago, and then he's back at Bark in Greece. Anyway, right, gentlemen, let's wrap it up because I need to go to bed.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
D, come on, plug your shit.
You did it for me last week. Now I'm playing. At Dubul Dee, DUBULDEE, and I am part of the D&D Footy Factory, who go live on a Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Top FM 95.5 FM. Best to use the TuneIn app if you're not in London, and our on Twitter is at @DD40Factory_.
And how many points do you think you're going to get this weekend? Or how much? No. How many points will you be happy with this weekend, minimum?
Oh God, because I don't know who to captain. Anything over 55, I will take.
Yeah.
I'd love to bang 70 or whatever each week, but you have to be realistic at it. So I'll take anything over 55. The captain this week is huge. There's like 10 different people that could be captain, and I've got. I could even go with a defender this week because I think Trent will go off because he never had a great game yesterday against AC Milan. So.
Is that why you asked me about the captaincy?
Yeah, no, because I've done it. I've done it before. The person, did they score? Yeah, they scored. They scored, but I don't like Lewis Dunk. But I don't like to.
Wow.
I don't like to.
That's why you're not going to win anything, mate. You captain Lewis Dunk, bro.
As a differential, and he scored.
That's
so it worked.
crazy, bro.
He scored, so it worked.
That was lucky.
Man said,
that was lucky.
No, it's intuition, bro. See, it's intuition. You mean? But I said it worked. And man said that's why I'm not going to win this thing, but it worked. So where's your evidence? You get what I'm saying? I mean, I don't do the basis, but yeah. But that's what I'm saying. As we're saying, the likes of the Trents and the Cancelos are like having a sixth midfielder. If you catch it, that's a major differential because not many people are going to be brave enough to do it. People come with you get me? They pick the generic decisions. Bruno, this person, that person.
I think with your format of like the money with the head-to-head, that's a good tactic because you get an explosive week.
Like, yeah, that's why I did it. I looked at my person, the person I'm playing team. That's how you do it head-to-head, but that can mess up the points sometimes because sometimes there's some people that will finish the season with about 120 more points overall, less than me in the classic scoring, but then they might get six more points to me in the head-to-head.
It's a different strategy, isn't it? It's a different strategy.
Yeah.
There we go. Ash, you want to promote anything, mate?
Yeah, I'm on Insta. My name might be at the bottom. No, actually, it's my government name. Boots49. I'm on there pissing about as usual, trying to take the piss out of anything I can find. TikTok as well, yeah. Bood Bants, BOOD BANTS.
Have you had any
Anyone's on there? And yeah, man, yeah, just having a laugh really. So yeah, follow me.
Good, excellent. All right, there you go. That's another episode of FPL Wars on Shoot the Defense. Follow us on Twitter at Shoot the Defense. And that's it for another week. Hopefully we'll be back next week with better scores for D.
He's got to improve sometime, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Listen, sometimes you've got to kick these veterans when they're down, you know? It's like Ric Flair. You know, when Ric Flair's down, you just got to give him a kick. He's going to get back up.
Unhook him from the figure of four leg lock, man.